I was playing around with my computer. Are you ready?
Yeah, give me just a second. Ready? Bam. You can't see it. It says a minute.
Okay, now I can see it. All right, so we are arguing for today. We are arguing for preparing individuals for the future. We believe in availability of school for everyone because when things happen, we need to have school ready for everyone. Back 100 years ago, school was not mandated or equitable for all students, so not all students were able to go to school. Not all schools had adequate resources for all students, and so not all students were available to have public education. Now they are. Not all areas and populations had the option to go to school 100 years ago, but today they are. This includes students with special needs. This includes all races and genders. This includes students from all countries. We are arguing that a system that willfully excluded or underserved groups based on ability, gender, or race is superior to the current system that devalues the contributions and potential of those previously marginalized groups. So 100 years ago, women would not have been able to participate in higher education like they can now. What's the matter?
Oh, your time.
Oh, I couldn't even see the time. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. All right. Ready, Bay, to respond? B?
Yeah. Our response is not so much that school is the problem. It's that society and the way that our society is structured and works now is the problem. That fewer students are living in two-parent households, that more parents, there are fewer parents who are able to take the time to pay attention to their children's education, who do take the time to pay attention to their children's education, because everybody has to work just to survive. And schools are being asked to take up that slack. They're being asked to fill that role. And it's teachers are being stretched thin because of it.
I think that's tone.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, that just happened. I got to be John for a second. All right. So team A, you ready to respond or continue your argument? All right.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. So today in the classroom, you're going to see things such as teachers using differentiation in the environment in which they teach, and also in the materials that they use. And in this respect, they're able to reach more students. We also have available today IEPs and 504s to help reach specific students and their needs. And we also have situations where co-teachers, special education teachers are brought into the regular education classroom to assist with those students so that they don't need major interventions, and that way they are working their way out of special ed. We're better prepared as a school system to meet the need of students with learning disabilities. Things such as self-contained classes, co-taught classes, and direct instruction classes which are provided.
Macy, you want to respond with your stuff?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so because of all of the training and all of the qualifications and everything that all the teachers have to go through nowadays, jumping through hoops just to make sure that we're doing everything specific in the classroom, creates this stretch on the teachers where we're not able to perform as well as if we were going into the classrooms and just teaching them through our passion. And because of the No Child Left Behind that is currently in place with students that have these disabilities we're talking about, they're often just shoved through to the next grade level without actually looking at what they need and stopping them at a certain point of where they should be in 8th grade for 2 years. They should not be going on to 9th grade. But that's not the way that it happens because of No Child Left Behind. Whereas before, in the past, a child moved on when it was ready to move on and when they were being successful.
That just happened. All right, one round to go, right?
Yeah.
Yep, y'all ready? Here we go.
Okay, first I'd like to address the issue about the lack of soft skills because of the society and parents. We still have to deal with that. As in the classroom, we have to deal with those things, and we are doing the job of teaching that in today's classrooms. We have a lot of opportunities to do that. There are a lot of programs available, especially here in Hall County, that allow them to learn skills such as the Career Academy, the Program of Choice, Race, EPIC. There's construction programs. All of those programs provide them the skills they need to function in the working world. And the technology has helped prepare our students for the 21st century. For example, we were able to pick up and move right on with COVID-19. We were back today. Only 12% of the people in the world could read and write back in 1820. Today, that share has reversed, and only 14% of the population in 2016 remained illiterate. Over the last 65 years, the global literacy rate increased by 4.5 to 5 every 4% every 5 years.
Wrap it up.
I'm wrapping. Okay. We focus on critical thinking, higher learning that can be used in various ways in the future, and the self-efficacy and student self-sufficiency pushes our students to be prepared.
All right.
Morgan, you got this.
I got it. All right. I think those are great points. However, we do have programs in Hall County that do focus on like work skills, but a lot of our focus is on college is really like the only pathway, whereas more students are really just entering into trades and the workforce. So we are teaching our students more of just like how to skate by school, and we're really not teaching them like how to go above and beyond and be proud with going above and beyond. Whereas like in the workforce, that's really what they focus on. You also touched on technology. Yeah, technology is really helpful, but we are going into more of an automated society. So them learning this technology is really great, but a lot of times in the classroom, it's a lot more hurtful because we're spending so much more time focused on like how to work the technology. And so we're not really spending more time of like integrating the education into the technology. And then we also, the specific job education, students don't know until well into adulthood. So we need to focus on that.
Go team.
A team.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Judges, you want to give your scores? All right. So for team A, so for Emily's team, go ahead and raise your hands, Emily's team. Team A. All right. Hold your scores. Eight and 8. And Vanessa, what are you giving them? A 3?
3. Oh, you're muted, Vanessa.
She's muted.
Oh, you were talking about the total, right? I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
The total will be, hold on.
Ah, gotcha. Gotcha.
I was worried. I was like, oh God, a 3.
What did y'all do? Sorry.
I was like,
So bad. All right. So for team B, whole total, what are we giving? 8, 8, 8. Can I tell them the secret, John? All right. So every time we do this, every time we debate this, the team that says that we are not doing the best job in the past 100 years wins. Every time. Just, it is, and it, for most of us, it comes back to the things that we have to do right now that aren't teaching.
That didn't happen this time.
Yeah, it didn't happen this time.
That is crazy. It's never happened that way.
They had
It's
a
like,
point of-
Hey, we rocked it.
But yeah, but
Just
you're right, 'cause
saying.
that's the points that they brought up.
Yeah.
Those were all the points.
Yeah. But yeah, I even debated it by myself one time against a team of teachers and won. I'm telling you, it always, anyway, that's awesome. Really, really cool. You got
Tell
3
me
minutes
what-
to speak. Remember, everybody must speak. Okay. John, you got it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
All right, Garrett.
All right, greatest obstacles to future greatness is not concentrating on building relationships with my students. I've been focusing on classroom management and dealing with students who are difficult, and that's distracted me from always meeting my students with a caring attitude, showing the real me to them with all my imperfections, and that
20
education
seconds.
has helped me overcome them and will do the same for them. In the end, I know I will have succeeded if students know they were cared for and met where they were in life and learning.
All right,
My
Leslie.
biggest obstacle is time management. While I can't change how much I have to teach within a day, I do know that I can take those. If I manage my time better, that will help me overcome this obstacle and hopefully lead to future greatness.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm next, and my concern is with health and safety on how I've only got a couple of years of teaching left. And so are my years going to end up with masks across my face and across my students' face? And how am I going to make them comfortable and feel safe in my classroom when a
20
sneeze
seconds.
and a cough happens? What can I do to make my room a comfortable classroom in the midst of COVID?
30 seconds.
Okay, my biggest obstacle for the future is the uncertainty of everything that's going on day by day. Since I teach gifted children, they like to have structure more so than some of the other kids, and they need to know what's going to happen. And I need to make sure that I'm taking care of their needs before I
20
take care of
seconds.
my needs. So the uncertainty is an obstacle.
One of mine is keeping up with their goals. I'm a big goal person, so trying just having those long-term goals and keeping ourselves accountable. So one way I'm going to fix that is making it more self-sufficient, where my students are also keeping up with their goals as well, and it's like a weekly check-in that we will do.
20 seconds.
We have created codependent technology zombies, and because of this, social media and technology is probably my biggest concern. Because of this, I'm going to continue listening to John and Kasey's creative advice and plugging those into my classroom and making my classroom more creative, more fun, and more entertaining than TikTok and
20 seconds.
and creating all the things that the kids can be interested in nowadays and taking those to their own life.
My biggest issue is being a special education teacher, primarily in a direct instruction environment, and its differentiation because of the vast majority of cognitive differences that each student has. All right, well, run out of time.
Awesome. All right. Ms. Kemp, y'all ready?
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, hold on real quick. Let me say something real quick. The reason we do 2 different prompts is if you do the same prompt, the other half of the kids need to leave the room. Because it's not fair for you to sit there and get ideas from everybody else, right? So like if we had the exact same prompts, half the kids sit there and listen to their good ideas and then expound on them, right? So that's why we have 2 different prompts, so that we don't have to kick you out of the room so you don't get to listen, because we want everybody to keep learning, right? Sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. You ready?
Go ahead.
All right. Hey, you, on the first day of school, we have been doing this for a while and we have some advice for you. Here's what we have to say to us. If we could go back in time to our first day of teaching.
You need to start your day right. You need to eat breakfast. Definitely wear good shoes. Greet your students as if they were your own family. Yours may be the only smile they see that day.
Definitely need to keep perspective. Remember to smile. Enjoy getting to know your students. And don't take things too seriously. You never know what tomorrow may bring. Seriously, who would have ever pictured us where we are today?
Make sure you work on time management skills. Don't take on more than you can handle. Don't get pressured into things that you can't do. The school day is from 8 to 4. Pace yourself. Your students need you all day. Make sure you can make time for you and your family. Exercise. Take part in de-stressing activities, and then make sure to ask for help from those that are around you.
Remember the importance of balancing self-reflection and grace. Think back on your day, but remember that you're not going to be perfect. Not everyone is going to like you. Lessons will probably never go to plan, and that is okay. Cut yourself some slack. Everything won't be perfect.
It's the end of the day. Go home. Your work will never be completely done, no matter how late you stay. It's time to leave your room. You need to go eat dinner. You need to walk your dog. You need to get some sleep. You and your students will all be much better for it.
That it?
That's a wrap.
I like ending it on that, actually. That's something we got to remember this next year going into it, right?
Yep.
Take care of yourself.
Finished.
Okay.
Bless you. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry, should have.
And I've got to stop that share screen. There we go. And meet Miss Macmillan.
Meet Miss Millwood.
Meet Miss True Love.
Welcome to Little Dipper School.
Okay, now, Elroy, since you have decided to meet at Chick-fil-A of the 2060s today for us to talk about your projects that you've been doing, you know, my job as your teacher is to mentor you. I don't think we're going to talk about math today because you have your supercomputer in your hand and you know math has just already been replaced by this device. So anything else that you need to discuss with me about your field experience that you're doing?
You have entered a new dimension, a sixth dimension, the dimension of imagination. You have entered the twilight zone of future education.
In the future of education, students will have more opportunities to learn at different times and in different places. We'll also have personalized learning where students will learn with study tools that adapt to the capabilities of each student. They will all also have free choice in what subjects and what type of learning tools they will use.
In this new era, students will have more freedom to choose. Testing will take on a new dimension as well with more individually tailored exams, and mentoring of students will be a new focus. That is all from the twilight zone of future education.
Ta-da!
Anything else at all? We good?
Sense of nostalgia and looking at these
What, the Twilight Zone or the Jetsons?
Both.
One.
Definitely the Jetsons for me.
All right, Emily, you're up.
All
I always
right.
wanted to be Spacely Sprockets.
Yes.
George Space, or whatever his name was.
All right, we've got our two different skits. Our first one is the speaker, the whisperer, the visual. And with that one, we've got Mackenzie, Megan, and Hope. And then in our second skit is the alphabet conversation. That's me, Tammy, Wendy, and Holly. Okay. So ladies, Mackenzie, Megan, Hope, if y'all are ready, y'all can kick off that first one.
Yeah. In the year 2040, the world has evolved. Education has evolved. We walk into a classroom and students and teachers remain. However, desks have been replaced with many workstations for each student. One student can be seen coding on their virtual interface, while another has mixed bits of tiny plastic and metal pieces and is tinkering with what looks to be a new piece of hardware. A small virtually sketched blueprint appears at the top of the student's workstation. In another corner of the room, small cushions and other various seating options can be seen, where students hold what look to be tiny pens and are reading off mini book projections, slight smiles appearing on every so often on their faces. The teacher during all this is seen first facilitating a small group of students at a science station. The teacher carries a tablet taking notes all the while, then moves on to check on other groups. Spaces have been changed. Technology has been changed. The curriculum has been changed. But a teacher's love for their students remains the same.
All right, good job, ladies. Okay, and the next are alphabet conversation. Okay. Artificial intelligence will be the thing of 2040.
Beyond the cloud. Contains maximum storage.
Ditching the current ways of doing things.
Exploring beyond.
Finding life on other planets.
Groundbreaking research being accomplished.
Harnessing higher education will be accessible to all.
Intelligence will be recognized.
Justifying our efforts to expand our minds.
Kindness is king.
Loving students no matter what.
Many workstations.
New types of technology.
Oh, the changes we'll see.
People in their own bubbles.
Quite different from the past.
Reading on tablets.
Synchronized digitally.
Teaching computers.
Understanding of differences is increased.
Variation.
Who knows what the future holds?
X-ray machines replaced with something new.
You'll just have to wait and see.
Zoom will be a thing of the past.
Here we go. Let's go with Michael's team since they went first. And I know Kasey's got the score. Kasey, you got the score. I know it's 50-53. Okay. And which team is 53, Kasey?
Hey.
Emily's.
Oh, but did you see Emily? Emily's like, boom. She was quick with that. So this is going to get interesting. No pressure, judges. But Michael's team first. Count 3, 2, 1. All right, 10 and 8. Well, I can't see it, Vanessa. There you go. Perfect. At 28.
Yeah, there we go.
Add 28 to it. So their total is 78, correct? All right. So Emily, so what, Kasey, you're a math teacher. What does Emily's team need to at least tie?
Really?
Oh, okay. That's put you on the spot, right?
25.
There we go.
Mackenzie knows.
There, Mackenzie said 25. All right. So here we go. I love this. Emily's team. 3, 2, 1.
Like
do it.
We've been bested.
I think they got it.
Okay.